How to stop wasting your time. Remember when I said being busy isn't a badge of honor? It's a signal to clean your plate. Well, when you have thoughts like, I'd rather be somewhere else, or I don't have time for this, or this is such a waste of time, that's also a great signal. So instead of just getting frustrated, learn what you can do when you see this signal to make things better in the future. Hi, my name is Tara Moeller, and I help working moms reclaim their life by taking control of their time and their mind so they can find fulfillment in their career, relationships, and themselves. All of those guilt-free. So my clients and myself rush because of two primary reasons. First of all, there's a time constraint, and you actually need to finish something before so you can get to the next thing, right? You're always running late. The second reason is that there may not be an actual time constraint. You just kind of want to be out of whatever is uncomfortable, or you see this thing that you're doing right now as a waste of time. You simply don't want to be doing what you currently are spending time on. So I'm going to cover that second one today as I covered the first one last week, and I'll put a link in the notes for you to find that. These time-wasting things could be things like commuting. It could be sitting in a meeting where you don't feel like it's valuable. You could be making dinner or cleaning up from dinner or doing yard work, or maybe it's talking to your kid about something that happened at school today, or just trying to pull any information about what they actually did at school today. So when you recognize you have a thought that you're sitting there and you're thinking, this is not something I want to be spending my time on, right? Use it as a signal and then do one of these three things with it. First of all, align it with a purpose. So you feel like things are a waste of time because it's not fitting into your view of what's valuable in your current life. You think making dinner or doing the laundry or doing yard work, right, as something that just has to get done. It's checked off the list, finished, done, instead of something that you want to do, right? Because perhaps it supports healthy fueling of your family, or it teaches your kids about how to do that and shows them that it's important. So by aligning it to something that you think is kind of an overall reason, it helps you from thinking that it's just a waste of time. And by the way, this doesn't mean that you still can't reduce the time you actually spend on doing things like that, right? You could have your kids help out in the dinner example while keeping that intent true. And actually even strengthening that intent by building, independent children that can actually survive without you in their later years. So once you start seeing how some of the things that you just need to get done that sometimes feel very wasteful fit into your bigger purpose, it can flip it from being a waste of time to something that you're now purposefully choosing to use some of your precious time on. If that doesn't work, try getting curious about the growth gift that this thing offers you. So for example, sometimes you don't have much of a choice, like you hit traffic on the way home. Try to get curious about the growth gift that it offers, meaning asking yourself, how can I grow because of this experience? Right? Maybe it's only in growing your patience, but as someone who has previously commuted 2.5 hours each workday, right, I tried to see part of that, at least, as a growth gift. I got to listen to great podcasts. I got to get my mind off work. I got to come home and be in home mode, right, by the time that I picked my kids up. And so I want you to ask yourself, right, in certain situations, what good is coming from it, or the opportunity to grow or learn can come from those experiences. And lastly, if you can't align it to something that is important to you, if you can't see the growth opportunity, the growth gift in it, then it needs to come off your plate. If it is something, again, that just doesn't fit into the priorities of your life at this point in time, that is okay. You can just off-plate it. And I described last time kind of 5 very powerful techniques that you can use to off-plate things. So I'll link the video in the show notes to that. And I also have a clarity compass that really helps you get crystal clear on what are those things you want to be spending your time on, and more importantly, what not to spend your time on. So I'll put that link in the show notes as well. So I hope you found this useful. If you ever want to chat, you can always find me at motherhoodbalanced.com under services. Thanks.